in fiction, there is a certain archetype that every show and movie kind of have to have. And it is the freaks. The gooner archetype has been around forever, but some characters do it far worse than others. And these freaks here are some of the greatest gooners in fiction. Now, sit down, grab some water, or really any liquid beverage, because the thirst levels these people have are about to exceed Wumbo. First on the chopping block, Glenn Quagmire. Yeah, I came at y'all straight off the skillet with this one. We got the champion of champion gooners in the first spot. And it will be a hard narrowing down specific details and like examples for a character with a 20+ year runtime. But here's what I think should be his most defining moments. First and foremost, he has his own sex word.
Giggity, 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 giggity. Giggity, 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 ooh, ee, ooh, ah, ah, ting, tang, walla, walla, bing, bang, ooh, ee, ooh, ah, ah, ting, tang, walla, walla, bing, bang.
It's such a well-known word in and out of that Family Guy verse that even the people in that verse think of when it's a good time to say Quagmire's word.
Is he gonna say giggity? Should I say giggity? Are other people allowed to say giggity? Giggity. What? Nothing, it's stupid.
And it's only used during sexual moments. Now, there was an episode where Chris needed to get a job because of something. I can't remember. But when Peter said something to Quagmire, Quagmire suggested that Chris come and work for him. So what does working for Quagmire entail, you may ask? Well, there is making sex appointments with women as Quagmire is walking them out the door. There's reminding those same women to put their panties in a bowl to win a prize from a drawing. Craziest part, he never does the drawing. He just like sniffing the bowl. Like, ugh. Oh, yeah, and you have to walk his Jewish-sounding horse around?
You could work at the pharmacy. Quiet, Trisket. Ooh, hook me to the plow.
Pause.
And that's just working for him. Another thing he did was get Lois to help him date and bag this middle-aged woman. And every time Quagmire tried something, but he failed. He just straight up fumbled. So this time, with Lois's help, he actually managed to bag. He got the middle-aged woman. And Lois was very proud. She thumbs up them, thinking she finally helped Quagmire find love, because that's what Quagmire said he wanted. But only to see the lines she gave him that helped with that one woman, yeah, that. Well, he's been using them to pick up every single middle-aged woman quahog. Lois just basically gave a loaded gun to a crash out and said, don't use that. Like, ma'am, what did you expect is gonna happen? You let a monster out. And now, there's this episode where Peter goes back to 2nd grade, right? And to try and skip out, he asked Quagmire to come be his dad and check him out of school. Well, when he went to the class, he saw a kid that looked exactly like him. Then freaking like Quagmire out, causing him to run to a different room, only to see he has another kid there too. Now, thinking he's in trouble, again, runs to the expanded class thinking he's safe. Just for you to guess it, another child! Finally running into the teacher's lounge, then immediately asking the teacher for unprotected sex. What the hell? Oh, and yeah, I forgot. Quagmire almost slept with his daughter. And you wanna know how he found out she was his daughter? She said his sex word! I'm not kidding!
Giggity.
What the hell? Oh my god!
This man's king freak. Like, he's a freak! And no one comes close. Okay, so the next character comes from a live-action sitcom that played in the 90s. He was damn near the blueprint for the lady-slaying machine for every future sitcom after that. That man being Joey Tribbiani from Friends. Remember when I told you earlier that Quagmire has his own word he can use for sexual situations? Well, Joey has his own catchphrase.
How you doing?
So there was this one episode where Joey ends up picking up this chick and takes her out. And it's like they finish eating and go back to her place and he was about to do his thing. But when he was there, Joey had like the craziest sense of deja vu until he realized, oh God, he's been in this place before. Like the picture, the couch, the cactus, all the same. He remembers it, but doesn't remember one thing. The woman! Nani? And for everyone else, that's not a big problem. But to Joey, nah, that isn't the issue here. His problem is she doesn't remember him. So he was having an existential crisis trying to figure out how she possibly could forget about him. Only for it to be revealed at the end of the episode, he slept with the roommate. And yes, the roommate did remember him. And now, Joey's freakiness isn't just for single women or women he doesn't know. Nah. There was this time when Rachel's sister came and her in Monica's apartment, panicking, needing to see her sister. And after being introduced to everyone, you want to know Joey's first reaction? Trying to smash. He immediately tried to tap that. Like a married woman. The first time he saw Rachel, he tried to tap that, and she was in a married dress. Freak! Now this next man is a superhero, a man that is supposed to save the city and do it all while looking handsome. But half the time, he's gooning. And that man is Captain Man. Captain Man is the horniest superhero character I've ever witnessed that's not from The Boys. This man will try to bag any fine he sees in a mile radius. Hell, Henry, who is honestly his closest friend and his sidekick, has to tell Ray multiple times not to sleep with his mom. Like, dog, there was a whole episode where Henry's dad left for some sort of business trip and an alien bug snuck into the house. And Captain Man saw his opportunity to cuddle up with the mom. And he took that chance without a second thought, without zero doubt in his head. He went in with that plan of going so far to make it he made a new family photo with him replacing the dad. Also, like, from time to time, I've wondered, when I was younger, we saw him in the man cave just bumming around with a lady down. And I was so confused, because they never really explained who she was or, like, what she does. Now that I'm older, I realized he had her there just to tap that. Like, in case he ever misses his shot, he had Leilani to just pick it up, if you know what I mean. The devious work. The lady's whole job is to get tapped by a superhero. Now, if there's one thing true about Captain Man, it's his love for other people's mothers. Like, there was an episode where Henry and Ray went on a show as judges to stop this kid from ruining it. Well, this kid was gonna ruin it because Henry snatched bruh's girl without even trying. Like, he didn't even know them and still took her. That's crazy aura. And Henry was asking the truly important questions like, is the girl cute? Then Captain Man decided to chime in and asks about her mother. But he was gonna run a two-man with his sidekick so he can bag another cougar. Freak! Now this next man is goon mastery has hit heights unreached by man. He has abilities us normal people can't yet comprehend, with his mind being elevated above the rest purely from goon. That man is Brock from Pokemon. This man is so gooned out that he makes the same stupid face every time he sees and has any interaction with a woman. Like, and you also might be wondering why I say he has powers. Well, that's because Brock literally has the ability to tell which Nurse Joy is which, and damn near names them beat for beat, bar for bar, no misses, all greens. And even though they look the exact same, like they all look the same, he can somehow tell a difference. Hell, his gooning powers is so strong, it gives him temporary levitation abilities to match his love for her. And he also just falls in love with every single Nurse Joy, saying which one's cuter than the last. If he can even sense one is nearby, his goon detectors go into maximum overdrive. Oh yeah, there was this one time in the anime where for them, the summer season was ending and Brock was depressed. In a stupor, basically. And most people would have said, it's okay, a lot of people are sad summer's ending. But Brock isn't a lot of people. See, his sadness doesn't actually come from the summer coming to an end. Nah, it's because he won't be able to see women in bikinis again for a whole year. Freak! Now the last one on here definitely had the toughest life, maybe besides Quagmire, but he was born 9 times in one day.
Really horny. Could you put him back so I can push him out again?
But most of it was empty, with him having to survive on the scraps of society. But that doesn't keep him away from being a gooner. And that man is Denji from Chainsaw Man. Denji's had a rough life. No parents, no friends, and worst of all, no bitches. His only companion was his chainsaw dog, Puchita. So, while just living life, Denji gets beaten up and basically killed along with his dog. But that's when they fuse together to become the Chainsaw Devil, where he then murks everyone in that room. So standing there, Makima comes in, and after his whole life, Denji finally gets to feel a woman's touch. And that had him so down bad, he literally made his life goal to get some titty. He's just like me for real. Like, but no, I'm not that bad. Buddy is willing being treated like a dog. Like, Mans is actually said wolf from after eating from her hand. Like, he wants to be with her so badly, he will degrade himself from not human to dog just because he thinks he has a chance. Then she says a line that has Buddy shook. Denji asked what type of guys Makima is into, and she replied with,
Currently, I'm into Denji type boys.
hey, my boy Denji getting some, but he about to go crazy, is what I would say if life was that easy for Denji. But it's not. His author needs him to receive Spider-Man levels of trauma in his life, because this whole time, Makima wasn't actually a woman. She was the manipulation devil, and she had my boy Denji cooked, wrapped around the finger, cooked so badly, he replayed that line in his head like 4 times before being even able to speak again. And the worst part, she only liked the chainsaw devil part. Freak! Sadly. Alright, so that was the video, I guess. Make sure to like and subscribe or whatever. Just do you, I guess. See ya.